Hello everyone, this is Sztygris and I will review the game from Iglo. The black player was Daniel Dumsk and white was Jarek 1111. Generally the game was crazy, very crazy. The craziest thing is that it was even for most of the game. It was even, and there was so much fighting. I am not sure if I would have something to say about it, but we will see. This is for now innocent, nothing strange. It's all Joseki, it's all good. In this Joseki, it is very important to play the move 016. Not always we play this move, but it is a very big move. And in this case, I think it makes sense. Why it is important? Because now it is much easier to create something on the upper side. White has a lot of strength there, and we are not allowing black to get something on the right side. If black will want to develop the right side, it will look like this. And we can see that white can create something nice on the upper side. Moreover, if black will not play there later, after coming down here, white can play this, and this is more or less center. Black will have to answer in a submissive manner because there are some problems with the liberties. So very often this is the best move on the board. In the game white played here, which was a bit weird. It does not really help this. I guess the idea is that white always can go to the sunset, but in near future black can just kick and then invade. And now there will be a fight, and this fight can be good for black. So for me, I think it is risky. If the white stone would be closer, then maybe it makes sense. For now, I don't really like this move. Also, it does not help the corner. Now black can just invade, and this invasion is very easy to do. Black is just alive there. So I am not sure what was the meaning of this move. What was the reason to play there? Now white plays to the corner, and very predictably black took the outside, and I think this is the best moment to play the 016. I know that still we can take the corner on approach like that, but I think this move should be bigger. We want to develop the right side, and this is a crucial point between the territories, between the models. We can maybe even get something in center. If we get something like that, then we can continue, and we would rather not play like this, but just here to develop the right side. And now it is very hard to go into this territory. Maybe we can go like this, but still we give up a lot on the right side. Here black approached. I think black hoped maybe for getting a center, so white will answer here, and maybe then we play here, but white was not waiting for it and just plays here. I think it is a good decision. We can always play this one. This is a more peaceful way of playing, but I do like this attachment. I think it is hard for black to manage after it, and there are many ways to play now, but black chose this one. And this is a risky one, because white will go to the R10, and if white will manage to make a living shape on the side, then we lose a lot of territory as black. So this is the risk. I think here it was possible to connect, then black also needs to connect. We get this Hana. Even if we get double Hana, we can play like this. So we can go into the center easily. We can leave now, but probably we will play this now to connect. And this should be good for white. Too easy for white. In the game white played this, and this is the first move that starts the first big fight, and the fight will not end until the end game, or till the end of the game. Here black chose to sacrifice the 2 stone, and I don't think it was good. We can just play Atari and here, and I think white cannot capture our stones. It's not possible. If white will play Hana, we can just cut. There is no way for white to capture. If we play like this, we can still try to attack the group on the right, on the upper group, but we can always cut here. Maybe with this Atari. And black is safe. A group. So I don't know what black was afraid of. Really? Here black got the Panuki and some territory, but white is already more or less alive, so he lost everything there. And we can see that those stones are not really that strong yet, so we need to be careful. This makes sense, and I think for white it should be important to separate this group from this one, and the easiest move to do this is this one. If we can play like this, then we should, and I think we can play like this. Black can cut us like that, but it is risky also for black. Now white can leave always. Wants. So we are not that afraid, and maybe we can play like this and try to capture the whole group. This move was a bit strange because allowed black to connect. Generally we would rather have this in center. This we can take in center. It is a lot of points. So it is very nice. But maybe we don't want to decide now, because this stone can help with black. So maybe we can just continue with the plan with this one as showing. So those are the options. And now cut. I like the cut because we want to separate the black group from the other part of the board. Of course, black cannot play like this because we die. So black play like that. And I think this move is really slow because it does not make a living shape yet. It only threatens to make a living shape. And white can connect. And I think this is what black expected, and then we can continue, but it is slow. This move is this stone is too small, protected now. It is better to play something maybe like that even. Let black leave. Black can leave, but white will get the outside. The points that we get here are not so many. In the game white played this one with a similar idea, and we can see that black did not capture like this and leave because it is too small. So if it is too small, then we should not play the S4 move. We make a threat and then we don't continue with the threat. It is the empty threat. This one. Black decided to go out, but we still need to be careful. Maybe white will connect in the future, and we don't have eyes. We don't really have one eye if white will connect there. So the group will be really weak, and it is so important to just play from this group. If we don't do this, if we play here, white can just ignore. Maybe play like that to surround. Force black to capture and then to answer. In the game we answered at once, and black played this. And generally in this shape, this is not what happens. Usually, when it is like this, white adds a move, and if we don't add a move, black continue like that. We play this, we extend, and we cut. This cut is very important. And there are many possibilities, but the simplest one is this one. We can see that white can capture the 2 stones, but it was all the sacrifice, and black got a lot of strength outside. And this is generally good for black, considered good for black locally. Unfortunately, in the game, it does not look like this. In the game, we cannot really do the same because there is this cut that white can do. For example, this one. Or even we can play Atari from this side and white will be connected to the bottom side, which is a bit better for white. So black can look for alternatives, and I like the way black played. This is not a usual way because white can disconnect us, but in this situation I think it is good play for black. Yes, and white did not connect. This was a bit strange, but we were afraid of this move, I think. Now white connected, but the problem is that we are not really alive in the corner yet, especially after black cut. After this cut, white is not alive in the corner, and this is a big problem. If we add a move, then we die here, so it is good for black. White goes like this, and black just escaped. I think it would be better to play more like this, but the game was similar. White tried to surround these 3 stones, but we can see that they have the liberties, and if black play like this, white does not have that many liberties. And this is what happened in the game. First some exchange that I don't fully understand if it was needed. But now we play this attack. And white has to play the score. And the score is very big. If black will win the score, black will get a lot, I would say. And I think it was a mistake for black to try to break through. We should just play this the score. If we win the score, then white should be dead. It is not a core because after this we can play this Atari and this. So white is dead, more or less. And the situation is great for black. And I don't think white has that many very big cofrets. This is a cofret, but it is not so big. It would be bigger if this exchange was made first than the other move. This move is a big threat. But the extension is not that big threat. So we can just ignore it. And now again, very complicated stuff. And in the end it was a core anyway. But with this core we already gave up something because we gave up those 2 stones, so the group is strong here. White does not need to worry about it. So the core is a bit worse for black. And still white does not have any big cofret, so white plays a big move and black takes the stones. It is very interesting that the game is still very close. Very interesting. I would not expect that, but sure. And white continues attacking the group here. Black has a choice. We want to try to live with this group or rescue it or just sacrifice it. And in the game black just did not care about that. Makes sense because this group is not yet alive. In the end, black managed to cut all these stones, And I think black still should have enough territory to just sacrifice the left side and still be good territory. Now white played this one. Still probably better to take the liberty. Taking the liberty is important there. Now black tries to sacrifice the group, but white played in a very risky way. I guess we want the territory on the upper side, but if we want to be safer, we play the Keima. Keima is much harder to cut. Now we get a bit less, but we are much safer, so we don't risk that much. And this should be a good way to play. Now there are so many cuts, and black of course cuts. This makes sense, and maybe it does not look great for black, but soon we will see that there are weaknesses. For example, here it can cut, but now there are many weaknesses. Black exploited them, and in the end got those 2 stones in center, which is very big. It makes white territory smaller, and we can also always go here and take the upper side. So this is a huge difference. And I think after this sequence, black should be better on the board. Yeah, the A5 move also was very big. And even black got even bigger reduction. So white needs to get something done, which is not so easy. And this is why white tries this ko. This ko is rather risky for white, because black has some local ko threat. But I guess white needed some points, so it makes sense to try it. Instead of playing the ko, black played this. It probably was intended as a ko. White should have answered like this, but again, white wants to fight, and I think it is correct for white to search for fight, because we are losing. We need to create something, some fights, some complications, and there were many complications. I think there is stuff that black could have done better. For example, here we can just play this and we are more or less connected. But in the end it is still good for black. We cannot really capture yet because this does not work. We don't have enough liberties. Or do we? Oh, we do have. I'm sorry. Can play like this, like this, like this, and white should be dead. So this is how black should play it. In the game we extended. White cut, black connected, white connected, and black needs to use this cut. Unfortunately for white, this cut just works. In the end, there is a ko here, and this ko is so big, because if black will win this ko, black will also take these stones. So white can only play local threats. If we play any threat that is not local, then we can just end the ko and win the game, which is a big problem. Because black not only can use local threats, but big threats that are not local, like this one. Or maybe, no, this is a local threat. Some other not local threats can be used. So white uses the local threats, but black also have big threats. And this is more or less hopeless for white, I would say. White had a lot of local threats as well. And here this cofret is not local, it is perfectly normal to just connect, because not only we will kill this group, but probably we will also kill this one, so we will kill both, and the game is over. For some reason black did this, it captured, maybe because we have this local threat here, and white is out of threats. White has to play something, and this is just not a threat, so black ignores. Makes sense, and this also doesn't work, so the game is over. It was very exciting, and I think the white player made it more complicated because white was behind, and it was a good decision. Most of the mistakes were in the fights that could have been played better, but generally decisions in the game were quite good. Quite good. Let me sum up. Here, O16 is very important to be played for both players. Here, probably it was too much. If we connect, white should be fine. We can make a living shape. We have enough space for it. Here, surely black should play like this. It would be much different. This move was too slack. We expected white to answer, but white just didn't answer, which was correct. We should just go out. Instead of just capturing trying to go out, it's better to play the call. In the worst case, white will find a threat, we will answer, and then we will play this as a local threat. We lost a lot of local threats here. No reason at all. Here, if we play like this, then we are safe. It is much harder for black to get anything. If there is already this black stone here, this shape is very bad. It has a lot of cuts. There is no reason to play like that. And now the game is very hard for white, and white did not manage the last fight. Okay, this is all from me. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.